My name is Calvin, and I'm a Power BI developer. I'm going to present to you a Power BI project on US rail equipment accidents from the year 2016 to 2022. So this is a short story of Central Railways, a long-standing and reliable train company that faced a series of challenges that ultimately led to its collapse. The company had been a vital part of the nation's transportation network, providing a smooth flow of goods and services with safe and efficient journeys for passengers across the vast distances. However, a surge in accidents caused significant financial losses and eroded customer trust. As accidents continued to occur, Central Railways found itself in a state of crisis. So the company's once stellar reputation was overshadowed by growing mistrust from the public. The passengers became hesitant to travel on their trains, and potential investors were also hesitant to support the company. So despite the attempts by the board of directors to address the crisis and regain customer trust, Central Railways was unable to secure the necessary funds. So gradually, the once iconic Central Railways had no choice but to file for bankruptcy. The closure of Central Railways left a void in the transportation landscape, affecting not only the passengers, but also the countless communities that relied on their services. So the goal of this project is to analyze train accident data to determine the main causes of train accidents and provide suggestions on what to be done to reduce these accidents, to save train companies who might be struggling with the same challenges as Central Railways. This is my data model. The data that I used in this project is from data.gov. I created a calendar table for time intelligence, and I created a one-to-many relationship between the calendar table and my main data. I also created another table that accommodates all the measures that I used. I also created a refresh date, and the last table, which is accident impact, is the table that I use for my waterfall chart. So this is my dashboard. On the top left is a slicer that allows the user to slice the data by year. And below the slicer are my KPIs, which stands for key performance indicators. I have total accidents, cost per accident, persons killed per accident, and persons injured per accident. The indicators here are based on accidents, are based on the KPIs year-over-year percentage. So the first chart represents accidents by year with ability to drill down to the month. And as you can see, with the trend of accidents, the accidents increased from 2016 to 2019, and then it decreased in 2020, then increased again from 2020 to 2022. The lines here represents the year-over-year percentage KPIs. The second chart represents accidents by equipment type, and you can see that the equipment type with the highest number of accidents is the freight train, followed by the yard switching. And the lines still represents the KPIs, the year-over-year percentage KPIs with their respective colors. The third chart, which is a scatter chart, represents the accidents by accident cause. And we can see that the accident cause with the highest number of accidents is the switch improperly line, followed by the shoving movement, absence of man on, and then the highway user inattentiveness. The waterfall chart here represents the general accident impact year-over-year percentage. And then the last chart, which is a map, represents accidents by state with ability to drill down to the stations. And as you can see, the state with the highest number of accidents is Texas, followed by Illinois, and then California. So on the positive insights, we can see that in 2020, the accidents decreased by 14.39%, and persons killed by accident also decreased by 25.44%. And on the accident causes in 2020, we can see that the top accident causes were switch improperly line, shoving movement, absence of man on, and the highway user inattentiveness. So having freight train accident being the equipment with the highest number of accidents in 2020, we can see that the accidents that were caused by freight train decreased in 2020 by 17.38%, and the persons killed per accident also decreased by that 1.16%. And then on the negative insights, we can see that in 2022, the accidents increased by 5.54%, and the persons killed per accident also increased by 26.78%. And on the accident causes, the top accident causes in 2022 were shoving movement, man on, and the switch improperly line, and the shoving movement, absence of man on. And then having Texas with the highest number of accidents in 2022, we can see that the accidents in Texas in 2022 increased, the cost per accident increased, and the persons killed per accident also increased. So from these insights, we can conclude that the accidents, the top 3 accident causes are the highway user inattentiveness, switch improperly line, and a shoving movement. So based on those 3 conclusions from the insights, I have 3 suggestions to the Department of Transportation and the train companies. And my first suggestion is to reduce the number of accidents that are caused by highway user inattentiveness. I suggest that they enhance grade crossing safety, enhance safety measures at grade crossing, such as installing active warning devices like flashing lights, bells, and crossing gates, encourage public education campaigns to raise awareness about the risk of crossing track, promoting safety. And my second suggestion is to reduce the number of accidents that are caused by the switch improperly lined. I suggest training and education, provide extensive training to railroad personnel responsible for operating and maintaining the switches, ensure that they are well versed in the proper switch line procedures, including the use of switch targets, switch turns, and switch positions, promote culture of safety, and emphasize the criticality of correct switch alignments. The last suggestion is to reduce the accidents that are caused by shoving movement. I suggest that they provide proper training and supervision, ensure that the crew members involved in shoving movement receive specialized training, and the safe execution of such maneuvers. Emphasize on the importance of situational awareness, proper use of hand signals, and adherence to established protocols. Thank you so much for listening.